Hello, welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni, covering more stuff added in patch 7.3. It might be dark in the game right now, but this is a perfect opportunity to showcase the new chat bubble feature, which was added in this patch. Finally, a lot of people have been talking about this. I remember originally the Preach video where they were talking about chat bubbles. So after a long amount of time, we have finally got it added to the game. So you'll be able to turn this on. It's default off when you log into the game. If you go to character configuration in the system menu and then go to the log window settings, which is at the very bottom of that left menu system, and then scroll down until you see chat bubble settings. If we click on this, you can see there is an enable chat bubbles button, like a tick box. It says, with this option enabled, a portion of chat messages will be displayed above respective characters' heads. So if you want an immersive experience in the game, whether that be that through RP or, you know, just you wanting to see things above people's heads rather than having to look down at a chat window, you will have a better time. Now, for example, let's say we do not want messages that people send me to be, you know, shown as a chat bubble, because that could be quite annoying. Let's say you're a streamer, you're streaming and you get a tell and suddenly it's above your head. You can tick off various different boxes. So just by enabling the chat bubbles, you will have to tweak it a little bit. Each of the different bubbles basically means a different thing. As you can see, they've got their own different icons. The say button is essentially the most basic, with this just normal speech bubble, and then we've got yell, which has this sort of alarm logo, and vice versa. And then as you go down, you can customize this for crossword link shells and the novice network. The one thing I would like to see added in the future is, as you can see, I've created party only, which is a filter of a chat log that I create. I would love for you to be able to create your own filtered logs. For example, in this I have direct messages and FC chat, and I filtered out like trade for like the local chat and shout and all that stuff, right? It'd be nice if we could filter all that stuff out and then have a tick box for your own custom one. It is not in at the moment, but that is certainly something I would say I would like to see in the future. So with this enabled, obviously we can go into general settings. It will show you the maximum display count. So this is the amount of bubbles you can see on screen at one time. So you can pop this to 100 or lower, depending on, well, your system performance. I'm not sure if this option exists on PlayStation or not. That's something I'm not sure, but put that on maximum. And there's also, if you don't want your own messages to be displayed, let's say your own speech bubbles getting in the way, you can also toggle that off. You can change the way that the format lists the actual words into 2 rows or 1 row. And the chat bubble size we can make normal, large, or maximum. So let's make them as big as possible and see what that looks like. And yeah, so if Fran was to type something in say, there's a love heart, for example. We've got a nice big love heart, and that's the maximum size. So let's just hold on a minute. Let's see what the difference in size is. I need to move these various boxes around for a second. Right, let's set it to normal mode. Right, so if Fran repeats the same message or a message. So the love heart, look how small that is. It's so small. So if you want to, you can have this as unintrusive, large mode. So let's type that again. Or we can have it as big as humanly possible. As you can see, if the text is still on screen, it will also affect it whilst it displays until the toast timer ends for that message. So if Fran was to write I don't know, something that was a few lines long, I also want to show you the truncation. So Fran, if you want to type something, hello, my name is Fran and I love crisps. So that's not long enough. As you can see, it's put it into 2 rows though. But if Fran was to add to that quite a bit, I want to show where it will basically trail off and go ... There we go. So it says, hello, my name is Fran, I love crisps, and blah, 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 blah. So it ends off there. The one thing I would also like there to be in the settings menu would be the ability to change how long the chat bubble stays on screen. I think that would be cool, because sometimes you can have a big message, and to read the rest of that I'm more likely to have to go down to the chat log to read the rest of it. So if I want to look above people's heads, you know, and they write a decent 2-lined message, and let's say a lot of people are talking at once, it'd be cool if there was a delay button or a timer, like a slider that we could have here. These are just little feedback pieces that I've got for this. Also, another thing you can do, so for example, with that say chat, we have a T button. We can change the color of the actual text. So we can make that black, green, orange, pink, blue, as you can see. And there's, yeah, honestly, more colors would be better. Some colors are going to be easier to see. Obviously, let's try the green. Fran, type something again if you would and say. So it's nice and green. So we can get a demonstration. I want ice cream. Oh, I didn't press the apply button. Type it again. There we go. Now it's green. Green ice cream. You could also change the bubble color as well. But depending on which color you choose, you can see that only a shaded section of this and not the full bubble. I think that's because they wanted the majority of a bubble to be white, so that any color text you put on it will be legible. So this is a clever thing to do, and obviously one of the text colors is not white, so because otherwise that would be impossible to see as well. But there's some nice customization on this, I think. And yeah, like, Fran, could you type in FC chat? I'm also going to do this as well. We're going to use different things. This is party chat. And there's my FC one, which has the multiple little diamonds on it. I think it's kind of cool, honestly. There's yell. I'm about to get a lot of people respond. It's just nice and immersive. This is really cool. I didn't think I would like the system as much as I do, but I think it's kind of cool. It's really cool, isn't it? But again, the ability to turn off and on different ones and customize them. I'm not a banana, and also it's you are, not your, like that. It's apostrophe RE. Anyway, but the idea is that if you have people RPing in areas, for example, I see someone is attempting to make a YouTube video. Perhaps. Oh, that's perfect. And the best thing about this as well is if somebody says something, right, you could follow the speech bubble and find them. That's the best thing about it. It's so cool, though. It's nice and immersive. The potential for meeting new friends is going to be awesome. See, look. Awesome. But yeah, I think it's a really cool feature, and especially when people say silly things in shout chat. You know, I kind of wish that Praetorium was still the way it was, because people used to do the Gaius speech thing and interrupt him with the Gaius, what does a pirate sound like? And he'd go, Grrr! That would have been even funnier today. But yeah, it's a cool feature. It was a long time coming, and I cannot wait to see some other adjustments. That is your thing. I know that is your thing that you type. Although they've took a lot of the Gaius speech out of the game. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for all of the various different options for that on character configuration. And I think it's great. Absolutely great. But yeah, like I say, additions to making your own custom toggle for your own custom chat would be lovely. Sliders for how long they display would be lovely. But aside from that, it is really cool and a welcome addition to the game. Anyway, more videos on the way. Thank you so much for watching. More videos for 7.3, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. It's great.